people should not be walking around with masks. Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
Given you acknowledged in that clip in March 2020 that Asian countries were masking up at the time, saying we shouldn't mask up as well was a mistake, wasn't it? A huge mistake at the time, not just in hindsight.
No, I keep seeing that clip getting played over and over again. So if you could give me 15 seconds, I'll go right back at you with this. Okay, at the time, three things were going on. We were told very clearly at the Coronavirus Task Force, including by the Surgeon General, who's a good person all the way, that there was a clear shortage of masks. And if we went around recommending masks, the healthcare providers who were putting themselves in harm's way every single day would not have enough. Point number one. Point number two, there was no evidence at the time that masks outside of the setting of the hospital...
Can we just stop it for 1 second just to deal with that first part?
So full of it.
Do you remember how much grief Trump took when we found out that supposedly he knew that this was maybe a little more serious than the flu? He didn't want to panic the American people, as he said. Do you remember how much grief he took? Yep. Now, here's Dr. Fauci basically saying, well, I didn't want to come out and tell everybody to start wearing masks 24/7, even though I knew at the time we probably should have, because there may have been a shortage for medical professionals if I did. How are those two things different? He's keeping information from what he truly felt at the time was right because of some outside factor. The same thing that they went after the former president for weeks about. They told us he was trying to kill people by basically keeping from the American public, that he didn't want panic to set in on what this could be, as they were trying. This was something we had never seen before. This is something much more ubiquitous than, let's say, H1N1 was, much more highly contagious. So the former president didn't want to come out and have worldwide panic across. I mean, it was panic enough. If you remember trying to buy paper towels, toilet paper, certain things, even with what we did know. But how is that different? How is what he just said any different? Well, we were told if we came out and told you there would be a run on and we didn't want to have a shortage. How is that different? Is that not withholding information?
It's exactly what it is. But what the difference is clearly is, one, the media and the corporate entities that have backed Team Fauci and Team, corporate America. And then there's one anti-Trump narrative that constantly attack the fly in their gravy train ointment.